we should be live now. The music should not be too loud, I should be heard clearly, and, well, you know it. Hello fellow viewers and welcome back to yet another edition of the Safari Zone, where I try to get as many shinies as I possibly can in the Safari Zone using RNG manipulation. And right now I'm trying to get some shinies in Area 5. The ones that I've already gotten are Sunkern, Mareep, Apom, and Spinarak, and Gligar. Not all of them, so let's maybe try for a Hoot Hoot today. I could use a Adamant Synchronizer, and then of course use the delay of 261 since I'm gonna be using a Sweet Center and it's outside, and I already have some viewers in the chat, so hey there Trainer Scyther, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before, but new viewers are just as welcome as everyone else. And yes, my bad, I excuse myself for the wait. For some reason OBS kind of takes a long time to connect to YouTube. Sometimes that connecting process lasts like 3 minutes, maybe longer sometimes. Right, let me adjust the team. Geez, today I'm just, no, I'll tell you. Hey there, Kaiser Kamazin, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Shout out to one of my Patreons, Kaiser Kamazin, so if you're like him, and you give me any amount of money in donation, be it €1 or $1 or 100 yen, then I will give you one shiny. At least I let you select among all of my shinies, or non-shinies, that's up to you. And then you pick one, I'll clone it, and then I will trade it over to you. So if you're interested in that, you can give a super thanks as a comment of any of my videos, or donate through the chat right here, or become a Patreon, or subscribe on Subscribestar, or buy me a coffee. I accept the trade of a coffee for a shiny Pokemon, definitely. That's a fair trade, especially considering that I am a coffee junkie. And for some reason my nose is really itchy. For some reason I wanted to go to Area 4, my bad, but it's Area 5 today. Only gonna be here for 30 minutes max. Oh, that's okay, I mean, be here as long as you can be, or want to be. Saw the picture of you that you posted in general a while back, and you look like someone I know from school. Sometimes I get that people say you look like someone I know. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing concerning that person you know from school. I do know the effect that sometimes that can have, that someone looks like a person you don't like, and then, you know, you kind of have to fight your instincts because you don't want to judge that person for that, but it's kind of just there, that microsecond of displeasement. Definitely understand how that goes, but yeah, you can definitely turn that around. Hey, que pasa? Welcome back to the stream, Kinox. How are you doing? Or Kianox? Actually, not sure. I remember that I asked you before, but you said it was irrelevant how I pronounce it. Keanu está en la casa. Keanu is in the house. Yeah, that much I understand. And que pasa, what's up? Or what's happening, basically. The French say qu'est-ce que se passe? That's also almost, it's really closely related. And that's the fun part. If you're a polyglot, you can actually kind of understand other languages without needing to be fluent in them. And it definitely gives you a big advantage if you decide to do to exactly learn the language later. Completely neutral on them, so doesn't really affect my opinion. Okay, so that happened as well. But I do understand when that happens, when you just someone new you meet looks a lot like a person you didn't like. But you can definitely, as I said before, you can change that. Precisely. Mikasa is Sukasa, that's something you hear at every college or university party, so that's also a sentence that you will learn pretty quickly. And today, I mean, today was really weird. I, for some reason, woke up at 15:30, so 3:30 p.m. I have absolutely no idea how I slept that long. And I woke up with a throbbing headache because of that. I'm not used to sleeping for that long. And that made the day pretty short. I don't actually enjoy sleeping that long. I mean, I do tend to be a sleeper, as in the usual 8 hours, my brain prefers 9 hours of sleep, whereas the medically approved ideal length for most adults is about 8 hours, but that's usually not enough for me. And I usually end up trying to sleep for 9, sometimes 10. But if I sleep longer than that, you know, when you sleep for too long and then you essentially, I want to try something because there's some Pokeblocks thing here. If everything goes correctly, wonderful. I can put a red one here, and I want to test out what results that will give me concerning the RNG, because if you put a red Pokeblock in there, then it will attract adamant, for example, because adamant natured Pokemon like that particular taste or color of Pokeblock, and that should give me even more frames. So let's see if I am correct with this. Just a small tangent. Yeah, chat's kinda empty today. But yeah, for my tangent from before, I am very confused and not quite there today. I haven't slept this long since I was a teenager. You know, when you're in that stage in your life where your brain is going through a lot of changes, structurally and hormonally speaking, of course, then it's pretty self-explanatory that teenagers sleep until 12 or 1 p.m., 2 p.m. And as a teenager around that age, I did sleep for 12, sometimes 14 hours. But now, oh no thanks, I don't need that. Generally speaking, the younger a human being is, the more sleep they need. So babies need like more than 15 hours of sleep. Okay, makes sense, because I kind of stumbled across your chat message there. Kaiser comes and was like, huh? Wait, something's not adding up, but all good. Farming lepa berries like crazy, just planted 12 more, currently have 140 in back. I think that's actually kind of enough. Are you farming them using the Poke Island thing? You know, the resort? Where you can give them these Poke Beans? And then they'll farm them for you, because that's how you get very like a ton of berries if you're doing it correctly. I don't mean to brag, but I still sleep 15 hours a day. Okay, then you're the sleep champion because, yeah, if I do that, like what happened now, you're as confused as I am right now. You don't call me John Somnia for no reason. John Somnia. Thanks, that made me laugh. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm kind of all over the place today, it's because I slept for way too long. And if I do stupid things like yesterday, where I accidentally used the frames of my Sapphire instead of my German Ruby in Pokéfinder, you know, when I do stupid things like that, just tell me, because all the rest would be a waste of time. Poképelago, yeah, that's what it's called in English. Hey there, Ahmed, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? And that was, you know, me just pressing start here, that was just muscle memory. I've witnessed that a lot of times. Looks like when you're doing that RNG manipulation so many times. Well... I mean, the Sweet Sven one is... Oh no! Oh, come on. No, it happened again. Ah, God. Okay, that is not good. It froze. Which, at least, it didn't freeze. While the shiny was on screen, you know. Like, I don't know, a legendary, like a Regirock or something. Oh, imagine if that would happen. Yeah, that would be fun, right? But, yeah, it happened again. And the thing is, with Pokemon Box, I cannot use Pokemon Emerald. And Fire Red and Leaf Green are excluded from that as well. So yeah, I think, because yeah, okay, so that is okay. I'll try again. I'll put the cartridge back in again. And should it freeze again, I think I'll definitely gonna, I think I will have to deep clean the contacts. Or maybe swap it with another GameCube that I have in my apartment that has the Game Boy Player attachment to it. Because I looked it up, the issue, and it seems to be most often either a connectivity issue or a bit of corrosion on the chips. So the corrosion I can... Ooh, that was not good. God, what am I doing? It's like I'm drunk or something. That's what sleep, not deprivation, but the opposite does to you. I don't recommend doing that. But yeah, should that problem proceed to be a nuisance to me, then I definitely have to, I think, swap. Wait, what am I doing? Oh my god, what is wrong with me today? I just instinctively went there without setting the timer. God, what is wrong with me today? See, I'm just... Like, right now, I definitely would not drive a car because I'm kind of too confused. Sorry about that. Was way too fixated on explaining how I'm gonna proceed once the Pokemon, why do I always say Pokemon player? It's the Game Boy player. It's because I'm playing Pokemon. It's a P word, my brain is like Pokemon player. Alright, we got it now. Oh, what a weird day today. Sorry I was late, was baking my eclair. Ooh, they're in the oven now? Ooh, nice. Would you mind sending over a picture in the Discord? Because I would like to see that. Now I want to eat eclair again. Oh, Ahmed, you always make me hungry. I genuinely wonder how long this John phase is gonna last for me. Oh, it's a phase? I thought it was like, nah, it's not a phase, Mom. But, well, let's see where this goes, I guess. I still have verbal tics from when I was 11 or so. Oh, say, my dad does that as well. Like, there's some phrases he always says that I looked into. He just made them up and he just says them because he likes saying them. And I do so as well. There's some words that I've kind of invented. Well, invented maybe, I don't know if you can say invented. Just saying things like, for example, goldfish, I call them mums. Like M-U, it's not a normal U. Someone from the US might say it, but it's a German, or sometimes in other languages it exists as well, like Turkish. A U with 2 dots on it, so it's pronounced as U. And then an M and then an S, because it kind of looks like when a goldfish is begging for food. Looks like they go and that's the explanation. Like, that's a word I've been saying for way too long now. It's not a real word, I just made that up, and it's one of them. One of the many words that I just say. I'm just like my father in that aspect. He has some weird ones too, like he always says fueras bales, which I asked what does that even mean, and he keeps saying it means away from the balls in Portuguese, and then I asked him, why? And he just said he heard that once and he liked how it sounds, but I think it's not grammatically correct. Yeah, Mims, exactly, Kinox. Too much to drink, Yana? Too much to sleep, that's what happened. But yeah, did you see how I was cycling basically in game? like being on a bicycle while drunk. What's wrong with me today? But I mean, that was completely serious, that I wouldn't drive a car right now. I think I'd be too confused. Like, that 15 hours sleep just hit me like a hammer. Nobody will ever hear 90% of my verbal tics, because they usually happen when I get really, really excited and start stimming. I see you kind of hide your stims from others. I get it. There's also stims that I hide from people. Not that it's kind of a secret or too embarrassing. Well, I have been bullied for stimming, so I do think it has to be with... That's one of the primary reasons. But yeah. Well, I just know that when you stim, a lot of neurotypical people are like, what are you doing? Or they say, be quiet with your hands, or stop going back and swaying back and forth. And that's why we usually try to hide our stims, because of the bad experiences that we made. At least that's for me, and I've heard that being discussed quite commonly among neurodivergents, so I assume that you do it because of that as well. Could be wrong though, of course. Must have been some good beer. Funny thing is, I really don't like beer. The beer that I could drink was beer that was alcohol free and it had like a very strong cherry or apple taste to it. Because I mean, first off, I don't like the taste of alcohol, and second, beer in like specifically beer is too bitter for me. Oh, you're going to back that to your therapist? Oh, that's wonderful. Hopefully it'll be a good match. Because remember, sometimes even a therapist or a psychologist, if you're not really matching personality-wise, it could be a problem, but you can always switch. Embarrassed by my stimming? Yeah. Only really close friends get to see my shake my hands and cross my eyes. Ah, you do the eye crossing? I mean, I wouldn't mind. I do the rocking back and forth sometimes. Especially when I have too much energy in my system. And when I'm listening to some really good music, I love just going around in circles. For hours, I could do that for hours, like until I sweat. It's like a whole, like I always say, an autistic workout. So it's a good thing I do that, at least it's good for my body, you know, I get to walk my 10,000 steps for the day. At least that's what's usually recommended per day. Der Untergang. I don't shake my hands, though I rub them. But it's fun how many ways there are of stimming. And even if you got two people who are on the same spectrum, they can still be wildly different from each other. Like I have autistic people, like autistic friends who don't have the loud noise issue. But then they cannot for the life of themselves organize stuff. Like they need help from someone else, even if they're adults, and I don't have a problem with that. So not everyone is the same. Yeah, news, but I forced myself to ask my crush out knowing I'd be rejected, and surprise surprise I got rejected. Well, yeah, sorry about that. That feels horrible. It's okay though, because we're still friends. Well, at least that's good, you know, that you can stay amicable to each other. That's what my older sister that I sometimes mention, she's actually my half-sister, so we have the same mom, but not the same father or dad. And that was the ex-husband of my mom, or is the ex-husband of my mom. And yet they're on good terms with each other, and I think that's really good. I wish more people would do that, because we commonly got weird looks where people were like, wait, you're really still good with your ex-husband? Isn't that weird? But when pressed how or why that is weird, they couldn't produce a coherent answer, so of course not. Damn, legit, I've never approached a woman to ask her out. It was my ex that asked me out. I mean, I don't think that it has to be by gender, you know. In my case, every time I asked someone out, it went wrong. But that doesn't have to mean anything, of course. Luckily, the first one didn't work out because, well, that person was homosexual and that wouldn't work out. That's just the way it is. Got friend-zoned like that. Was my first love. And although I was a like a kid or teenager, it's still that really freaking hurt. The one problem is that my former crush is super flaky, so trying to do stuff with them is rough. But it'll work out, I think, hopefully. Kinda interested in another person, but I'm not gonna call it a crush yet. Gotta give it a while. Yeah, sometimes you just have to give it some time to develop. Because it's not always love on first sight. I do believe in love on first sight, actually. I do think that's a thing, but I think it's very rare and it shouldn't be treated like it's the norm. More commonly in your life, you're gonna notice that you need to make a relationship or just love and attachment grow from a already existing relationship. So friendship in that case, or maybe acquaintance. Love is blind, yeah, that too. Hopefully I won't sleep for this long for tonight. That will be not so good. Don't want to be like this again. Apparently it's 20 degrees outside, I don't feel that inside. But then again, I don't want to open the windows up all the way because then it's gonna be a mosquito battle royale and I don't want that here. Alright, let's see. Nope, still nothing. Oh wait. Actually, was it the Stantler that was a very late frame? A shiny Stantler, I came across that one already, but unfortunately it fled. Because of course, you know, just the shenanigans of that. Alright, so I'm just gonna try this one now. So I'm going for a Stantler now. Is it weird that I think sleeping for over 24 hours sounds blissful? If you really need it, it's wonderful, but it's just, I don't mind the sleeping bit. I mind the how I feel afterwards bit. That is usually what's the problem. I did sleep 24 hours once. That was when I was... yeah, I think I had some kind of illness. I was a kid, it's been a long time. I had a fever and I just slept for 24 hours. Waking up in the middle of the night, being completely confused, feeling like I've slept for millennia. But then waking up and feeling much better. And then never again. Even when I see a beautiful woman, I say to myself, if she's... my bad. If she sucks as a person, F the fact she's beautiful and toss her away of your mind. Yeah, I mean, you can... same actually, Ahmed. I mean, you can be as beautiful as, like I said in the previous stream, look like having a body and a face like gods chiseled it themselves. But if you are narcissistic or just evil, yeah, no thanks. I would not want to have a partner like that. Realized I can't get the shiny charm in Moon since I'm unable to complete the Pokédex. I'm missing Solgaleo and I can't use the GTS because they took down the servers. Yeah, you can still access the GTS, Kinox, but you need to use a fan pirate server. And it's called Pretendo, so definitely a name you can remember. It's a very punny name. Yeah, you need to use Pretendo to be able. I'd give you a Solgaleo, definitely. I would also suggest homebrewing your DS, your 3DS, because at this point that's the only way you can still use all the features with games from that era. And that way, who knows, maybe I'll trade a one of my shinies to your game. Also have a problem of seeing some popular women who are known for beauty, yet I think they look ugly, like the Kardashians. I think they're ugly and bad people. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't see the beauty there either. I think it's way too over the top. And a lot of people who are just beauty influencers, it's not that they're ugly, but I just get them mixed up all the time. They all look the same. And I'm more drawn towards unique beauties. Yeah, you're not the only one now. How do I do that? I mean, it's... Wait, I think it's a bit too much to explain it like this over a stream. But there's a detailed guide on... Here's a Reddit post that is essentially a detailed guide on how to do it. I need to do it as well myself because the first time I did it incorrectly. Okay, still no shiny, that's too bad. The Kardashians have more plastic than the ocean, yeah. They're not biodegradable, so we shouldn't bury them if they're deceased, because that would be littering, basically. Oh, that's mean. I really don't get it. Even like, you know, usually people take one look at me and they think I care about the Kardashians or whatever Paris Hilton is up to, but I really don't. I prefer reading about very nerdy stuff like quantum loop gravity or the Googology number mea loka pua umpa, but no woman ever wants to talk about that. They all want to talk about these influences that I really don't care, and more than not, they're not, more often than not, they're just not really talented. I don't know. If maybe, I mean, I'm not a fan of, for example, Justin Bieber, but you have to give it to him. The guy can sing. It doesn't matter like what his personality is. From the looks of it, like what I could muster up, he's a jerk. But then again, I don't care about him. Don't care about his music, but I do not deny that he can sing. He has talent. He can definitely. He's a musical performer. He can definitely, he knows his stuff. But with a lot of these, most of these influencers, like they can't really do anything other than look good. And I don't know, I always say that when I pass the streets, I just go outside, I see a lot of very good looking people. Like that's not really a talent. More often than not, that's just pure luck. Welcome back to the stream, Oliver. How are you doing? The olive has returned. Very good. Hopefully you're doing good. I'm kind of beside myself today, I have to say. I'm kind of like, well, not drunk, but not fully there. I slept for way too long. I slept until 15:30, so that would be 3 p.m. 30. And I'm still not completely there. You're doing great, that's good. Bro, yesterday someone called me Anakin. See the beauty in someone only when I see they are good people. That's why I would call ugly person handsome if I think he has an amazing personality. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean that definitely makes sense. You just you go by that. I'm just the same actually. At least I'm not getting eaten. Yeah, hopefully not. Please don't bite into the olive. We need the olive, okay? Honestly, when I saw your photo, I didn't really see you as someone interested in the Kardashians, but that might be because I know you as anything but. Yeah, you know, it's because I think a lot of people just think because I mean, I do have an interest in fashion and styling, and they think because I'm a very cis-presenting woman with high heels and everything, or very much pink, they think that I am automatically, I must be a stupid blonde who's interested in these superficial kind of things. Even though I'm not, and I would vastly prefer talking about, I don't know, quantum mechanics, anything astronomy related, maybe some really abstruse math. Like the Riemann hypothesis, there's not a lot of people that can talk about that, but if I were to go straight up to a nerdy looking dude, they would think I'd be faking it, and that's very annoying. Like, I'm not faking this. They just see me and think, nah, you can't be like this, no. Because I don't fit the stereotype. People have told me I should look into the movie Legally Blonde. It's apparently my life is like that. I go back and reread messages I've sent and they auto-correct it into some weird S. Yeah, if I kind of stumble over the messages, then that's the reason, but I'm also, as I said before, my neuronal capabilities are severely limited today, so don't be surprised if I do stupid things again. I'm gonna do this again, just to see if that will work this time. Maybe it gives me more Stantler frames, although there's not that much research being done with RNG and Pokéfinder and what you get when you put something in the bait box in the Safari Zone. I'm gonna do some Suda hunting and sword. Good luck on that. You know what? I think maybe that would be of interest for some of you. I'd be willing to do a I mean, there's one shiny that I always wanted, a Ice Cube. I think that's the name in English as well, the Galarian Penguin with the ice block head. Always wanted a shiny in a Love Ball. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, of course. And I always wanted one in a Love Ball, and I've never come around to doing that. And I think maybe that would be... I mean, some people do that. That would be a shiny hunt as well, but not with RNG manipulation, just pure luck. But then again, I have every single... Like, I have the Pokédex complete in Pokemon Home. So it's essentially also complete on Sword and Shield, and I think I have some in my boxes that have a Pokeball that I can use, like that I can inherit. So maybe that would be a future live stream as well, if I get around to streaming over the Elgato and not the Dazzle. Back in my days we had Wonder Woman, nowadays we wonder if she's a woman. I mean, who cares, right? I mean, I think it's good that people are looking more into their gender. And that's not a recent occurrence, like there's been scripts and writings of a third or other genders that are older than Jesus Christ, basically. From 3,000 years ago in India, for example, they had a third gender that was between man and woman, like basically other. And again, other cultures had fourth genders as well. That's nothing too new. But of course, a lot of people don't know this, and I think it should definitely be said. During World War II, the Nazis burned a lot of books, and among that literature that they burned was about that. So they tried to erase everything to do with advanced gender science. And then nowadays they say, oh, that's a new, you know, it's wokeness of today. Like, no, you burned that and now you go around saying that because you're a lying snake. And that's not a shiny. Sorry, that doesn't really have to do that much with what you said, but I do feel like it should be said. If you hear that, someone saying, oh, all these new genders, that's like a new phenomenon, it's not. It definitely isn't. You just need to open a history book and go beyond just European cultures. Go into some Norse cultures, Indian, even before that. A lot of African cultures also have other ideas regarding gender. It's just that, of course, now with the internet and education, people are realizing, wait, that's what I actually am, and I think that's a good way, or not a way, that's a good thing. Riemann hypothesis, what's that? Oh, trying to explain that in layman's terms, but I think you are, do you know some mathematical terms? Like, are you good in maths? Because it's a conjecture from someone called Riemann, and it's also sometimes called the Riemann-Zeta hypothesis. It's about a function that is called the Riemann-Zeta function, and the conjecture is basically that the result of that function is only zeros at negative even integers. And then, what was the other thing again? Ah yeah, and complex numbers with, at the real part, a half. So, yeah, that's already, I don't know, kind of abstract, but it's one of the biggest unsolved problems in mathematics and in number theory. And if we crack that, then we will definitely evolve when it comes to mathematical knowledge. May sound like who cares if these results are zero at negative integers, like who cares, but well, turns out that's a very important mathematical property that if you know if it's true or not, then you can actually prove other conjectures that are out there. And that's like so exciting, but no one wants to talk about it because they have a life, and I just had to read too much unnecessary stuff. Had a friend the other day tell me a joke, shut up, you're blonde, and the stereotype is that you're all dumb. Yeah, that's... Like, you wouldn't believe, Kinox, how many people think I'm an idiot. Like, they explain things to me like I'm a small kid. Or they, like, the funniest thing when they explain something regarding computers, I'm like, dude, I studied computer science. I know what that is. Like, I've programmed something like that before. And then when you say that, they don't want to believe you. Because no way can a Barbie-looking person be like that. Well, yeah, that's just style. Doesn't say that I'm anything else. One shiny I really want is Duraludon, but the shiny is barely distinguishable. Then why do you want it? Or is it just that you like Duraludon so much that you want a shiny? I want a shiny Archaludon. I've actually, I'm trying to think about the colors. I don't think I've ever seen one. No, I don't think so. I also got the very special gold, red, white Magiana because I have every single Pokemon. Well, every single Pokemon except Zarude, which is a mythical, and the other one, the newest one. Forgot the name. Really don't give an S about what people do with their bodies or how they identify. I just hate it when they push it on you or force them to call them weird pronouns. Zim, Zem. I mean, that never actually happened to me at all. And I mean, usually what I see is if there's something else rather than male or female, they go by they, them, and then that's it. And I never had a problem with that. Took my Pokemon out of the nursery and it was a Galarian, Ponyta and Rapidash. Well, they can make kids together, so if I'm not mistaken, the egg has a 50-50% chance to either be a Galarian Ponyta or a Cantonian Ponyta. I mean, I've taken basic calculus, so I'm not bad at math. Yeah, that's fair. Just don't keep up with mathematics because it simply doesn't interest me like science. That's also fair. I just think that when we go, the more we figure out about math, I think the more we figure out about the universe. So I'm always excited when we have a solution to a math conjecture. Hey there, Great Dane. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Are you doing great? Hopefully better than me. I had a slumber making me feel like I woke up after thousands of years, something like that. Hate the type of people that make it their personality. That's true, but to be honest, I really hate it when people do anything their whole personality, be it stoners, and I don't have a problem with stoners, but just that, or a music genre, or I don't know, a sports, or just a game, you know. I just generally don't like it when one thing is just their whole personality, because that usually makes them shallow, and it's just annoying in a lot of ways, so I definitely understand that. What do you have besides that? Yeah, exactly. Nothing, no substance, or the more radical ones that have to make everything gay. Haven't come across those though, and I've come across super gay people. Very fabulous, but they've never, they never said I should be less cis. Sorry, Jonna, but Donald Trump doesn't give blinds a good luck. Jokes aside, he's an idiot. Yeah, true. That he keeps saying, oh, he has an IQ of 160. Yeah, no way. There's no proof of that. And no one from the Prometheus Society, where you actually, you know, that's above Mensa. So if you're too smart for Mensa, you get a membership in the Prometheus Society. That's starting from an IQ of 160. which is usually 160 plus is the maximum score you can get in the standard IQ test, which is, as to my knowledge, the Vexler test. That's what it's called. And if he really has that result, he or Elon Musk, who also claims the same, like, no, there's literally no proof of that. Like, they're not members. They just say that and they expect people to believe them, and people believe them. Like, no way they have that. They're way too dumb to be acting like this. Like, that's Einstein level, Marie Curie level. No, that's genius. That's the kind that toddlers that already are fluent at the age of 2, something like that. Don't want to sound stuck up, but everyone who talks to me tells me that I'm smart. Nah, I mean, talk to a lot of people who got told that a lot. And that's, I mean, you know, it's just how you say it, where you can definitely pick up the nuance, whether or not it's meant as stuck up or not. And I definitely don't see that here. Duraludon evolves into Archaludon. I really want to use Archaludon in Violet, but that game is my shiny only challenge. Oh, you're doing a shiny only challenge as well? Oof. With Violet? Good luck on that. Do you, like, I don't even know that because I haven't played them yet, but I assume you also get the shiny pin, I guess. So that you have higher odds. Oh, they were both Galarian? Ah, okay. Don't want to brag, but most people talk to say I'm the dumbest person they know. Oh, there's heavy competition for that spot, so I don't think you're anywhere near the top of that, and be happy, Kaiser. There's very heavy competition towards being the dumbest idiot. Doing alright, storming here, so hurting my bones. Ah, I see, yeah. I know people whose bones hurt when that starts. Working on getting me shiny Chikorita. Good luck on the shiny Chikorita. How are you, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, I mean, I slept until 15:30 today, so that would be 3:30 p.m. And that's way too long, and I just woke up, I look at the clock, and I was like, no way, that just can't be possible. And yeah, I just slept that long, and I'm still very confused. Or at least not fully cognitively there. But otherwise I'm doing good. My vocal strain that I got from Wednesday, where I did a singing mistake, I used my vocal cords too much, where I should have used my breath more and my muscles, and I had a slight vocal strain, and luckily that one is now, it has faded. It's an American thing, Yana. The people here are the definition of woke. Not everyone that's queer is woke, but that's the really politically radical ones that are woke. Oh, do you know where the term woke comes from? Because I always laugh when, you know, some boomers on Facebook told me, oh, you're just woke. Yeah, well, stay asleep then. I mean, it comes from the African American community. Looks like there's a complete difference between people over there and people here. I've met some people who make every fictional character they like part of the LGBTQ community in their head canon, but they don't force real people to be gay, and that's two different things. Your head canon, whatever, take that. I mean, it's in your head, literally, so it's not gonna hurt me. Oh, as the electricity went off while the eclair's in the oven. Oh boy. We'll wait more, I guess. Is that a problem? Like, will that damage the process? Will that do something? Again, I'm not a baker, so that's very unfortunate. That's all. That would be a creative shiny fail as well, like electricity going out while you have a shiny. God, I shouldn't have said that because I just know it will happen to me then, I guess. Really struggle to believe real people would force people to be gay. Like, are there really people out there that try to do that? I've never come across those. I've come across people, however, who forced everyone to be heterosexual. But not the other way, but maybe that's a Standla, it's not a shiny one though. And yeah, that's not something you really can change. I mean, usually you're born the way you are. Everyone is born different. I will say everybody has their own special gift. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Others don't possess. I said if we can't have smart people and not have stupid people, we all balance each other. Really hate the ones that use being gay as a justification to be creepy. Like my 2 ex-bosses. Wait, they harassed you like that? Like actual SA? Like that's an absolute no-go. Oh no, I'm really sorry about that. That's horrible. That's really horrible. That's also a thing that makes me angry as a woman, like experiences from men that have been SA'd. And they're just not being taken seriously. Oh, you know, but you're the man, so what? It's a traumatic experience no one should go through. It doesn't matter what gender they have. So I'm really sorry. Hopefully you can maybe do something against that. But it might be, I don't know when that happened, or if you can prove that happened to the police, because I just know how the police, they're not really helpful usually when it comes to things like that. Sorry, Jonna, but I can't prove I'm the biggest idiot. Really? You can prove it? Jonna always asks how we're doing, but never asks the Jonna how she's doing. Like, share, and comment if you relate. Jesus bless Trump 2024. Imagine coming into the chat and not knowing this is sarcasm. I've done that before, so no judgment here. So I got possessed during that last message. Is Jesus going around again doing that? Okay, I've decided to shiny hunt Carrot Blast from Suda. Good luck on that. Yeah, it was Yana. I've never been legit scared of going to work. Oh yeah, yeah. Scared, I mean terrified. I think that would be more accurate actually. Can you do anything juristically speaking? I know that police usually they kind of laugh that off, especially when you're a guy, which is horrible. Like I legit think that is horrible. Not knowing that one was sarcasm. Good one, Jonna. We both know that was serious. Yeah, true, you're a Christian after all, so... Have you really been possessed? That is just, her voice is amazing. Especially that part, how she hits those notes. Yes, yes, girl. Of course, Sonic just has... Sonic games usually have good music, even if the games are bad. But when the games are good, like in Sonic Adventure 2, the music is gonna be amazing as well. Double win. It was words and they would come very close to me every time I would squat or bend over. Oh, very creepy. trust me, if I got physical, I would have had no problem putting the lights out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doubting that, but still, it is horrible. No one should go through something like that. It's just inhumane. And it's just a shame how we treat men who have been subjected to things like that. It's just horrible. I've seen that happen where a guy said, "Oh, I got SA'd," and then just everyone except me in the room laughing, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Oh, you could have given the woman a smack. Yeah, well, okay, but still, that's traumatic. Don't laugh. That's horrible. That just makes it so much worse. How could you do that? People are horrible sometimes. Once got kicked from school after I reported the same jerk for 8 months. Yet nothing happened to him. Oh, that's a classic. And he keeps being a jerk, so he kept being a jerk, so I went full beast on him. Is that the one you really beat together, or is that another one? Because yeah, I remember that when I said something against bullies, it's always the one getting bullied who got the consequences and never the bullied himself. Horrible. I'm gonna have to ask someone to put me down before I start spitting straight blasphemy. Go ahead, put in the blasphemy. I'm immune to blasphemy as an atheist. It's like a power-up you get. Whew. Definitely needed that tea. I've been harassed a lot. Oh no. One of the shelters. Oh god, that always happens, does it? Oh god, it's not the first time I read that. Creepy old man actually touched me. I regret not hitting him, but I told on him. He got warned and he started playing the victim. Yeah, that's another classic. Darvo, it's called. Deny, attack, reverse, victim order. So you do something you're not supposed to. The actual victim calls you out, and then you reverse. You Darvo. It's a common manipulative tactic. I'm sorry about that, Kinux. Go ahead, Kaiser. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Bring on the blasphemy. Hey there, Smokey Mario. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, sometimes, yeah, bad time. Hopefully you can work through these experiences. Yeah, trauma is a pitch with a B. Doesn't matter what gender you are. Doesn't make that invalid. So what I did to that jerk, I slammed his head to the wall so bad his head went bleeding. Ooh. Whoa, 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 yeah, that can be actually, depending on how hard that was, it could lead to brain damage. That's usually permanent. You were laughing on him, he was crying in horror. I bet he never touched you again after that. Jeez, there goes the morbidity again. And geez, 1 hour of streaming and still no shiny? What's up with that? Is it just me, or I think I'm kind of slurring my speech actually. Imagine if I did hit him, he would have accused me of hate crime, creepy old effing prick, legit, yeah. Oh, that stupid Darvo, I also hate it. But people do it because it works, unfortunately. A pitch with a B? I mean, I never heard of a pitch b, but okay. Never heard of a pitch b? They're everywhere now. Hey there, Arch. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Wasn't woken up? Oh, are you doing the same thing I did today? Crap. Oh no, the wife or the husband is there. Didn't see him in a while, but I saw him once and I kicked him right in the neck and told him to remember me. I was your old school friend. Did you miss me because I did? Oh boy. Okay, that might have been a bit unnecessary if he didn't do the bullying again. Arch, I'm sorry I forgot to wake you up. Yeah, that's a lot of harassment. Just scary how that just happens again and again and again. There's some kind of fireworks going on in the distance. What's that about? Can't stay much longer. I mean, if you gotta leave, then leave. I'm always happy that you were part of the stream. Just waiting for my friend to get back so we can do a watch party today. Nice. What's on the watch party program, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, this is not, like, that wasn't familiar to me at all, but then again, that's apparently this music is from a fan game, so that definitely explains that. Wish I attracted that many women. I know why gay guys are so attracted to me. People say that young, good-looking men attract these creeps. Yeah, I mean, they just see an attractive man and they try, you know. They convinced me to watch My Little Pony. This is a girl, by the way, not one of my guy friends. I mean, I tried watching it, at least the 2010 version, but I couldn't get into it. I don't know. It's not bad, but I'm not the brony kind of person. Honestly, in my defense, that jerk was throwing trash at me. Alright, that... God. Trash throwing with trash. He tried to run me with his parents' car. What? And he threw a rock right into my face? Okay, well that... Then good. What a jerk. Why do people do that? Lots of women and men like me, some old, some young. I mean, in your case, because you're a minor, that would be creepy a lot of the time if adults are hitting on you. It would be wrong. Yes, I also had a friend convince me to watch My Little Pony. It was okay. Well, I have one friend here on YouTube who is a brony, and I don't mind. I'm a bit traumatized, honestly. Yeah, I think I definitely get that checked with the therapist, and I'm serious with that, because do not underestimate trauma. It really eats you up from inside. It's like a corrosive acid going through your nerves. That's how it feels like. And the longer you ignore it, the worse it gets. And you can just one day randomly get a night terror. So that's not a nightmare, it's worse, like just you reliving your trauma, then waking up completely at the end, like completely done with it. And you don't want to go through that. You want to learn to properly reintegrate these memories into yourself. No, it sounds weird, but it's definitely how it is. Your body remembers. And you definitely want to get that treated before it comes to the night terror phase. Speaking from experience, you really don't want the night terror phase, where you're very careful when you're with gay strangers. And I know not every gay man is like that, but it develops some sort of negative stigma. Okay, kind of understandable. Hey there, please help me. I have my family and kids. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? What kind of name is that? Why are there so many people like this? I don't know. My dad legit has a bumper sticker, save a deer, hunt the PDF file. My friends and strangers compliment him for it. Yeah, I said that before. I do know that some of my viewers are minors, and I take that very seriously. Like, if I see that happen in my chat or in my Discord server, I will call the authorities. Like, doesn't matter if I call the Luxembourgish police on you and you're not in Luxembourg, because that will get international treatment. And it's shocking how many adults there are trying to groom children. It's just horrible. Or teenagers, you know, still not a adult person. So if someone, any of you who are not 18, if you get messages like that from someone who is on my Discord server or here, please do tell me. I'll definitely get the law involved, and I'm not kidding. I'll definitely go against that. Like, I have a zero tolerance policy towards that. I do not want that to happen in my community. Definitely not. Happened too many times already on YouTube, on Discord, especially on Discord. And I'll do anything in my power to be able to stop that. I think most people aren't, but sadly you're bound to run into at least one person. And those are the experiences that stand out a lot. Yeah, that's also a factor, definitely. I must request to change the subject of sexual harassment, as it creeps me out. Oh, alright, yeah. True, it is a very dark and morbid topic. I wouldn't say homophobic, but I have 1,000 eyes everywhere and very cautious on the edge. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Oh, there we go. There's a shiny Snubbull. Even though, well, I'm looking for a Stantler, but that is good. That's okay. The question, of course, being, will I be able to catch it, or will it run away? So now I'm nervous. I don't have a shiny Snubbull yet. I mean, I got it to appear before, but it always ran away. So, alright, I'm gonna wait a bit, because when I did it too quickly, it always resulted in running away, and the RNG is fixed after all on my emerald because of the empty battery, so I'm gonna wait. And then pray to RNGs and hope that she doesn't flee now. Please don't. Alright, you're with me. Fantastic. Okay. Now I have to throw the balls. Jeez, okay. Please stay. I would love to have a shiny doggy. 2, 3. No. Oh, you're still with me. Okay, good. Okay. Again. 1. Okay, still with me. Fortunately, the evolution shiny, the evolution kind of sucks. The shiny. 2, 3. Oh, that was so close. Oh, it's still with me though. Freaking Safari Zone. Always the same. Why am I doing this to myself? Keep asking me that. And this is what keeps happening, and yet you don't flee. That's good. Okay, can you please stay? 1. Sorry, I had to go Marge Simpson there. Come on. Be a good doggy. Stay in the ball. Yes, we got it! Yes! Shiny Snubbull got caught, finally! Wonderful. So, I wasn't even looking for that one, and yet, finally we have it. Wonderful, let me immediately save. That was good. I mean, the trolling could have done without the trolling, to be honest with you, but, I have it now. Alright, so I think the latest frame is actually the one that I hit. Let's check it out. There it is. There she is. In all of her glory. Nice. So that one's finally caught. Right, let's save again, just because, as the Germans say, doppelt gemoppelt hält besser. So if you do it double, it's safer that way. Except for condoms, don't do that, please. Alright, so I'm gonna do this with the calibration again. I'm very shy around women, that's why I don't try to talk to them or look at them. I just stay away from all females. Well, that's not gonna do you lot, because if you kind of evade all women, that can come across as very creepy. I really hope to God we don't get any weirdos in the community. Well, I'll definitely go against that. That's... You have my word on it, because I do not want to see that anywhere near me. Ah, come on now, I need to do it again. Because of that stupid Sunkern. Yeah, it's you. If there's a weirdo, I'll legit assassinate. You're 178 centimeters. That's quite a bit taller than me. Have a Dark Souls fake armor. When I wear it, I start rolling around for fun. I look funny when rolling. Just rolling around, rolling around, rolling around. And they hate it probably because they see you rolling. My ex was bi. I never had any issues with her. And I have male gay friends, and trust me, they are gentlemen with manners. Yeah, I mean, the abuse I witnessed was more exclusively from heterosexual guys, so still, you can't just put them all in one brush all over them with one single brush, you know? Don't put them all in the same category, that's not gonna be of use. Same goes for me though. If someone is trying to groom a minor here, tell an adult and have them contact some form of authorities. Yeah. Like, I'm not kidding. I will not tolerate this. I feel like the authorities never really do anything with this kind of thing online. Well, and I mean, I do know how to get, at least in Luxembourg, they're looking for Like, there's been more and more cyber criminality in Luxembourg now. And they just widened their department with that, and one of them is kids being groomed online, and they do work internationally. So, doesn't matter where they're from, it'll definitely, at least there's a hint out there for police. And sometimes just police knowing that that person is like that, if they do commit a crime, then it will be easy in courts to show, well, that person has acted like that before, here's the proof. So at least that will hopefully keep them in jail for longer. And yeah, to scare them away as well. Anyway, let's talk about macaroni or something. I like macaroni. Do the same. I'm shy with women, and honestly, considering how my last relationship ended, I'm kind of scared of women. Hopefully that will fade, because that's never helpful. Let's talk about the peak physical form. You mean crabs? Honestly, the gender of other people rarely comes to my mind. That's a good thing. I don't stay away from women, but I don't show any type of feeling. I just give them a hand for help, and that's how far I can go with a woman. I mean, yeah, you're still young. There's definitely, I mean, I'm sure you'll eventually meet a woman where you can have a safe and good relationship with. I mean, I hope everyone gets that, if they need it, of course. There's definitely people out there who don't need a relationship, that live solitary lives. Alright, 5 seconds, let's see. At least I got these Snubbull, that's good. At least one of them. Let's see what I get now. I get a accidental shiny Mareep. Alright, that's interesting. I think that's the first time I've gotten that shiny specifically to be accidental. So, yeah. Actually, should I really give it a Pokeblock? Maybe I'll try with a Pokeball only. Okay, you don't want that. Oh, you're still with me though? Okay. Let's see if this one does it. No? Such a cute pink little thing. 1, 2, 3. And there we go, second shiny for today. Shiny Mareep. Also really nice. Already have one, but I do not mind another shiny. So that's a level 34 Mareep that I got. Which one did I get? I mean, could have been any of those, but I think the closest one to the 288. What's the last one? Oh, if it's this one, then I was actually very close. 2 frames. Alright, I'm just gonna save again, because then my brain will shut up, you know it. Just always like that. Dating doesn't interest me as much anymore. I mean, my whole life I've been alone, and I'm kind of used to it to being in isolation. Yeah, some people actually work really well with that. Right. Let me reset, and then I actually want to see, I also have my bad, cute charmers with me. Let's see, not Liger, my bad. Maybe I'll... Okay, the male lead doesn't give me a Hoot Hoot. What about the Standler? No. Okay, so the male lead is essentially for naught. I can remove that one from my party. Female lead? No. What about the Hoot Hoot? Oh, I do get a Hoot Hoot. So maybe, let's see. Could definitely try that one out. I mean, the Whooper I've already gotten. There's also some other shinies that, like the Remoraid. I can try that one as well. Only shy around women if I like them. Otherwise, it depends on my mood. I'll either be super shy or boisterous or loud. I mean, to be fair, why need a spouse when I can give you all hugs and let you vent if you need to? Well, I don't need a woman, but I need someone to take care of someone who helps me overcome my mental problems. Someone who takes care of my feelings and who is willing to listen to my feelings. Well, you do need to be prepared to be able to deal with them alone. But yeah, having a partner or just a loved one definitely helps. Have a new headcanon that all Esper are non-binary by default, and then choose which form they will evolve into, because yes. Tried dating this girl I told you about, but she prefers the narc that treats her like garbage. Well, her loss then. I'll never understand that, but oh well. I like cute pink things, same. Sometimes I think I'm meant to be alone. People I've loved are either dead or have abandoned me. That's very unfortunate. But still, I mean, we're all very young here. I mean, if we look at the grand scheme of things, we're all pretty young here, you know, even the 30-somethings. And there's just the majority of life is still in front of us, and I think a lot will happen. If it turns out that you're a loner, that's okay. Don't let anyone tell you that makes you less worth or anything like that. That's not true. If that makes you happy, then maybe it really is who you are. But yeah, we're all very young, still have a lot of experiences to make. Alright, so that playlist is over. Let's have some very nostalgic Wii music. I thought I'd never find love, but I didn't even think I wanted it, but then it just kind of happened. Same. Actually, as a teenager, I still remember when we, when my parents took us to a furniture store to look for, like, we renovated the whole home, and we got new, you know, as a kid, you just have you have your own room, and then just at one point, you, as a teenager, you want a new room, and if you're lucky, you can get one. And we were looking for new furniture, and my parents were like, "Do you want a double bed for maybe once you're gonna have a boyfriend?" And then I was like, "Nah, no one wants to be my boyfriend." It was very, like, my self-confidence was very low. Hey there, nice to see you again, shiny Mareep. Couldn't get enough of me the first time. Are you gonna troll me now? Are you gonna waste a couple of Pokeballs? Or what? You're just here to show up? Oh no, you're here to be caught. Alright, I can run with that, definitely. So, third shiny caught. Wonderful. Right, maybe I should... should I give it a nickname like that? Maybe not. So another one. Alright, let's save again. I do want a Stantler though. Definitely interesting as to why that won't happen. And why did I hit that frame again? Let's try again. Is it just me, or is that music really low volume? Y'all are never fully alone when I exist. I'm sincerely sorry to hear that Kinox 12 may you find happiness in the waking world. Yeah, I wish that for all of you. And what I said before still stands. I mean, we're still very young. There's just so much more lives, not lives, years in front of us in our lives. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, is it just me, or am I just slurring a bit? At least I think my speech is slurring. I usually don't talk like that. Women and men adore me, but my first ex left me for a fictional character. Really? Well, that's, yeah, I mean, crushes on fictional characters do exist. And they don't make you like crazy or anything like that, but no, this is definitely very strange and unusual. And I mean, come on, you have a real relationship. Second didn't even love me. Oh no, oh that's horrible. Third left me unread for like a month. Oof. Fourth was insane. Oh. My fifth absolutely crazy. Oh boy. So many exes and so young. It's the first time I've dated yet. I think I've already found my soulmate. Oh, that would be wonderful. You know, I got really lucky in that regard. I found my soulmate, like I got into a relationship like at 15, 16. And now he's my husband. Honestly, it's better to be alone than with people who make you feel alone, definitely. Once got asked out by a girl back in middle school. I was scared. I had a Michael Jackson in my head singing, saying don't go break some young girl's heart. I know where that is, like from Billie Jean. Shiny Mareep is a new oddish. Oh, I wouldn't mind. I mean, it's a pink shiny after all. Honestly, I've been surrounded by a-holes and idiots my whole life. No wonder I turned out so pessimistic and misanthropic, yeah. I also try to be as... I mean, I try to not be misanthropic, but sometimes it's really hard. To not mention, I've like casually been acquainted with them for like years. And one day we kind of started to get to know each other and more, and we just kind of just fell in love. Well, that's just like what happened with my husband. I mean, he was a very good friend of my brother. Lived in the neighborhood. And I mean, when we first met, that was in kindergarten, we didn't really like each other because he was always taking the toys that I wanted and vice versa. I know, toddler drama. And then I just thought that he never liked me. And then just when we were teenagers, we got to know each other better, and then we're like, oh wow, wait. You know, some sparks were flying, and then 14 years later, he's my husband. Seaweed, fish, rice. Yes, Owen R. Welcome back to the stream, and thank you for your random words again. Hopefully you're doing well. I slept for way too long today. Woke up in the smack middle of the afternoon, and I think that I'm slurring my speech a bit. Just not there fully. And that's not a shiny. Alright, except the Stantler, I mean, I've been looking for that one for a while. Let's check out if I can actually do the, not the synchronize, but the Q-charm lead. But let me first check the gender ratio again, because you can, don't be like me and do that stupid mistake. It's not always 50-50. Alright, Hoot Hoot is indeed 50-50. In this case it is. But it not always is the case, so keep that in mind. So I'm gonna switch to this one, the Wigglytuff, and then I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna go for the frame 13,702 and see what happens. Okay, the Game Boy player as of yet has not crashed again, so at least there's that. Honestly, the older I get, the more miserable I feel. Yeah, a lot of people have that. Although I have to say with me, it's not exactly like that, but hopefully... I mean, you're in a tough spot right now in your life. So hopefully once that's over, you're gonna feel better. But at least you are at a place right now where there's help. And you can feel good. And that's a good starting point, you know? Yeah, there's some people... Fictophilia is love for a fictional character. I've also known people, like I've actually had a girl in one of my schools confess to me, and to me only, because I never spoke, like I never talked about other people's secrets. I always kept them to myself. And I also wasn't, like, I'm not a judgmental person. People felt like they could share that with me without feeling judgment, and of course I didn't. But yeah, one girl confided into me that she was in love, like actually in love. She felt the butterflies and the heart beating and everything, the flushing of the face with the fictional character. It was Robin from Teen Titans, and not the Teen Titans Go show, but the one that came before that. And I thought that was interesting. But only that incarnation of Robin, you know, the assistant of, or the sidekick of Batman. Was only that specific incarnation and not the main comic one. But I didn't judge her because I actually thought it was pretty interesting. Used to want to live to 100, but honestly don't even want to make it to 40. Aw. Future I see is dark, lonely and miserable. Hopefully you can dig yourself out of that hole. Yeah, if you're dead, you're dead, that's true, but hopefully that doesn't happen still. Hey there, Kite of Skywaker, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Hopefully better than me. I was a sleepyhead today. I slept for almost 15 hours. Not good. Like I woke up at 3:30 p.m. today. Waking up feeling like I've slept for millennia. And I'm still kind of besides myself. At least I think I'm kind of slurring my speech. So yeah. Otherwise I'm doing good though. I'm in a good mood. I've gotten shiny Snubbull before. And 2 shiny Mareep, which were accidental, but I'm all here for it. Hopefully I'll get the what is it, the Stantler. That one is left. Hoot Hoot is left. Let's see what I get. And Remoraid, that's also one I wanted to try today. It's gotta be with fishing. Right, what is this? Apom. Nope. That one I already have as a shiny. What can I even get? Slot 0, what is that? A Sunkern? Okay, so I might accidentally get a male Sunkern. Okay. Hopefully not, but... yeah, the actual frame that I'm looking for is this Hoot Hoot right here. Quirky. And male. Good thing I actually blended some Pokeblocks before. That will help me. The only reason I'm willing to live is because I don't want my parents to be sad, that otherwise it would have hurt my— oh, Ahmed. Well, that's very dark. Please don't do that though. Please get help. And I mean, you did get help, you have your appointment. Please talk about that, okay? Your therapist needs to know. And he can help you, definitely better help you than I am. I mean, I have read a lot about psychology and medicine and all that, but still, I'm not a professional. I can tell you what I've read about, sure. But I'm not a professional. And I'm very sure he can help you with that, getting better. I was at a spot like that as well, I have to say, and I got out. You can get out as well, I'm very sure of that. Wait, are you actually in love with Sylveon? Or is it just that you love that fictional character, or at least that Pokemon so much it's not a romantic love, but it's a obsession? Because I have that, like, some obsession with some fictional characters, but it's not romantic love, it's just I really like that character. Yeah, I mean, Latias is one of them. I also really like Kirby, but I never had romantic feelings for those. Or like King Dedede. I would love to have a... You know how big he is in Super Smash Bros? Imagine a huge plush like that. I would love to have something like that. Almost fell asleep a couple of times too, so I can relate on that. I really woke up completely besides myself today. And I still am. I said that before, like, right now I wouldn't drive like this. I think I'd actually be too tired or too beside myself to be able to properly drive. Oh, you're scared of what happens after, like a afterlife? Oh, that's... There we go again, guys, with the very morbid topics. Yeah, I've listened to the song of Ninjago. It's okay. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not a huge fan of it, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's pretty good. But actually your video got buried, so I wasn't able to watch that, what you posted. I like guns, but I'm honestly scared of owning one because I fear the intrusive thoughts will win. Yeah, in that case, at least you're being that honest. I wouldn't get one then. Because, yeah, definitely, if you don't get one, it can't happen, you know? Sometimes you just have to be that honest with yourself. And at least you are. So, at least accept that. Like, you can tell on yourself, hey, at least I'm honest with it. You told that to a stranger over the internet, so I think a lot of people don't want this, like they don't want to address this, and then they just let the intrusive thoughts win. I'd marry a Sylveon, but Sylveon does not exist, and neither am I a Flarespion. But now I have a boyfriend that is more important than Sylveon. Yeah, I mean, a human with a Sylveon, I would see that as wrong, because a Sylveon is like a cat or a dog to me. Like a... not a human being. But yeah, if you were a Flarespion, of course, in that case it would be okay. Don't do that, Ahmed. Jeez, Ahmed. Yeah, not only for the sake of Kaiser Kamazin, but I mean, I appreciate it that you, and it always happens to me. I mean, people just confess a lot of things to me, but I can definitely swear that I'm not the kind of person who judges or who proceeds to tell that to everyone else they know. And I appreciate that you trust me enough to share that, but please get help though. I mean, I'm only a streamer, you know, I'm a YouTuber. That's nothing professional of that sort. I have, as I said before, I've read a lot about it. I would say I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to medicine, but that's just the nerd in me, like as a teenager, basically, and still do that today. I'm just a reading junkie, and the most precious memories, one of the most precious memories I have of high school, or just school in general, was me in the school library reading everything I could possibly read. And the same just in the standard library, not the school one. And still, that doesn't make me... Also, if I read studies and things like that, that doesn't make me a psychologist or psychiatrist. I've read a lot about math as well, but it doesn't make me a mathematician. So I can say what I know, but definitely if you really want to get help, always go to a professional. And I would say we trust each other. I mean, even though we are effectively strangers. I mean, some of you I wouldn't even know how you look like. And I wouldn't know your real name. Okay, let's talk about somehow fun. Thinking about a positive subject. Let's talk about how beautiful life is. Now that's the polar opposite, yeah? Beautiful. Life can be beautiful sometimes. I mean, shifting the focus on me now, I had thoughts like this as well. I have to say, I have to be honest. I had depression as well. I took medication for that. And yet I got out of that hole. So it's definitely possible. And now I can actually, you know, I've actually turned a bit more hedonistic in the way that I really enjoy some things in life again, and then I see how beautiful life can actually be. So I hope that will happen to you as well. Okay, I'm gonna head out so you can talk negative. Just not in the right headspace to talk about that stuff. Thanks for the stream as usual. Alright, thank you for being part of the stream. And yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow, so have a good one. Hey there, Alex, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Shout out to one of my patrons, Alex. Yeah, Ahmed likes his dark topics. So much random useless knowledge that isn't useful to anything. Are you me? Like, I have so much completely useless knowledge. Like, I don't know, I know more than I want to admit about glitch Pokémon that doesn't get me anywhere. Yeah, let's talk about how awesome Alex is, indeed. I like the server thing he did, and that he's still that positive, even though he's in the middle of war. Definitely a guy you can look up to. Yeah, and I posted the cover in creative since you want to listen to me, to it, but maybe you can put it on stream, it's an idea. It depends on what the cover is, because I'm kind of afraid of the copyright. Oh, did that happen again? Seriously? I have to reset again. Yeah, of course. Maybe I am you. Thank you. How do you know what's in my head? Okay. I know what's in your head? I don't think so. Not psychic. Guess I need to start making top 10 videos. I mean, I haven't done them for a very long time, but well, they've kind of fallen out of favor as well, unfortunately. But I won't stop doing them. There's definitely some I want to do in the future. Not just top 10, but yeah, the top 1,000 Pokemon, that one will be very daunting. Really hard. I think I'm gonna do the my favorite Pokemon of every type first. I think that would be easier. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then every type. That would include question mark, question mark, question mark. And Stellar, I guess. But with Stellar there would only be one single Pokemon. Final Destination Brawl theme is better. Oh yeah, that's the main theme. Although I do like that one. I really like Brawl. I mean, not for competitively, not for competitiveness, but the rest definitely. Yeah, I'll make top 10 videos and then stream like 10 years later, just like you. Yeah. I'm Yana too. Is there Yana Z as well? Interesting experience last week. Have no idea how to say this, but I'll try. Oh, I'm interested. Spill the tea, sister. Top 10 Pokemon food letters. Yeah, the Stellar type, is that actually a type now? Well, essentially it kind of is. Isn't it? It technically is. I think the only one is that, what's the turtle's name again? Of Terrapagos. Well, that technically is a type, I guess. Realize I'm trying to control the information about everything going on in my country, and I cannot release that control, and it makes me so stressed, or too stressed. Okay. Was not able to find a good solution for this, because I think knowledge is power, and the better I know the situation, so I'm better. Yeah, that is definitely true though. Oh yeah, I know how that feels, like trying to get every single information piece you can, and then yeah. Right, I'm gonna try one more with this reset, like with this frame. And then I'm gonna try and go for a shiny Remoraid. So that would be Super Rod, Safari Zone, Area 5. Remoraid, not with the Q-Charm. Okay, I think I might actually take a, not doing it with a synchronizer, but doing it with a Pokemon with suction cups. I think that would be good. In the first place in my party. Because I don't really necessarily need an adamant synchronizer here. I can already get one. Last night I had another weird dream, WTF, and they always include CSM characters. Oh, it happened again? Was not able to find a good solution for this. And I got stuck these thoughts and was not able to get out. Oh yeah, the the thought vortex. I've definitely been there as well. Have thought to go for professional in psychology to have a couple of consultation. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Slava Ukraine, yeah, exactly. Just such an unnecessary war, you know, just completely BS, completely for naught. Just can't believe that we're still doing that. It's just makes me feel horrible about being a human, you know. I'm desperately trying to not dislike humans, but it's very hard. It's really hard sometimes. Unfortunately, I have to say that, but again, I wanna be honest with you, you know. Then I realized I studied psychology with that professional together, and they know the same things as me. And still, I mean, I've had therapists that went to other therapists as well, so there's no shame in doing that. Nice Resident Evil 4 Merchant Ost. The Serenity one? Yeah. So imagine a conversation with a person that is competent and realized that he should tell me, as I have already all the knowledge to work with these symptoms. Well, yeah, if you can do that. If you actually think to yourself, wait, I actually know how this goes, I can solve this myself. Yeah, definitely. Simple trick to unlock the brain and see situations from another perspective. Oh my god, it's less than 2 weeks until school starts. Oh, does school start in September for you? Or like at the end of August? Heroyam Slava. Yeah, that what Alex just posted, can't read that, so no idea how to pronounce that. I've had a Greek person enter here as well, and I had to look up how the name is pronounced. Right, let's see. No, okay. So now I'm gonna start for the Remoraid. Oh wait, no, don't need that now. September. Well, you know, I'm glad I'm done with school, I'm done with university, but if you don't have a job, it's kind of, I don't know, can't really say that I recommend that life. Not that I chose it at all, but yeah. Alright, gonna put you guys back here. I don't need you. At least I'll still check what a adamant synchronize. Well, it does give me more, but then again, there's also the odds of getting a Goldeen. So no synchronizer for now. I think that should be plenty. Alright, so let's get the yeah, let's use Marino, why not? As my suction cup ability user. Alright, put you at the first spot of the party. And you at the last, so I can use, well, I don't need it, but still. Just feels correct that way. Alright. So the delay is 1, since we're fishing, and then this is a frame that I want. Alright. Let's start the process. And if I don't get one this time, I'll try a different method next time. I don't know what to do with school starting. Yeah, you're not looking forward to it, I take it. Cyrillic looks complicated. I spend a lot of time in supervision and got 4 years of my own therapy. It is great you have a person to be able to explain you things you're stuck in. Yeah? You can definitely see that. Alright, so let's get the fishing gear out. Man, Arch was dying laughing at my jokes yesterday, and now... Well, I mean, you gotta sprinkle in some jokes then. Talking about very dark stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna laugh at that because there's nothing to laugh at. Ah, that's the text that I want to see. Alright. Alright, got it. But I knew I already know it. Tell it to different people many times. I was just stuck in it, like my emotions don't let me see the truth. Yeah, that happens sometimes. And I tricked my brain to say to myself, but in this way, yeah, that's a good thing that you can actually do that, you know? What's the chat about now? Well, how Alex was able to trick his brain into working better, essentially. Du hast. You have, yeah. You got a Pokémon on the hook, is basically what the text says. Du hast ein Pokémon am Haken. Haken is hook. Is on the... I mean, I don't need to explain what Pokemon is. And ein is like one. Anyone can do the same if they know if it is possible. Du hast mich. If you type it like that, it means you have me. But if you add one more S to the hast, it means you hate me. Hacking. Brain hacking, yeah. People always call it hacks. Like life hacks. You're not hacking everything. You're just doing something in a very efficient way, I guess. Oh, hopefully I won't sleep for that long tomorrow. I don't need that. The Pokemon is hacking. Yeah, it should be shiny. Oh yeah, right, it's a Rammstein song, I forgot. You have a Pokemon that is hacking. Du hack mich. That's definitely what it says. Only 1 week, or like, I don't know, time just goes by so quickly. Is that not gonna be the last year of school or high school for you, Arch? I'm back, the eclair turned out good. Oh nice, but making the second batch. Please do send me the pictures, I'm interested. Okay, let's see what I get. I get a Remoraid, but not a shiny one, unfortunately. Firestar Doppelganger, I can say this freely because nobody knows what I'm gonna talk about. Firestar, isn't that girl from Teen Titans? Omni, I'm in grade 10, we go till 12. Ah, okay, I thought you were in grade 11 and now going to grade 12, my bad. Das deutsche Pokémon. Alright, bring out the fishing gear again. Not her Omni, okay. That's Starfire. Ah, yeah, right. Correct. My bad. mix those two up. That would be wonderful if we get the pink fish today. So many pink shinies. Going to send a photo on Discord, but first I must put chocolate and the cream inside. Ooh, otherwise it will look like bread without it. I really want a good eclair now. Oh boy, Amit. And yeah, for some of the shinies that you requested, Alex, like the Kyogre, definitely needs to... I mean, hopefully I can do the stream this month still. But I'm gonna see about that. Depends on how long the Registeel will take. The Registeel, the Registream, not the Registeel. Jesus, my brain today. Nein, sprechen Sie Deutsche. I think you meant nein, sprechen Sie Deutsch. And good luck on that as well, Alex. Okay, what's up with the Firestar Doppelganger then? Or are you just gonna put that in the chat like O&R and not elaborate further? Just without no context, just here's my words. Deal with it. It's Wii Sports Resort music, isn't it? Yeah. Don't worry, have fun with Reggie streams. Yeah, hopefully this time. Not the fail that happened last time will happen, at least it's Sapphire, so I'm definitely gonna use Pokemon Box then. The stupid Pokemon... I always say Pokemon Player, why? The stupid Game Boy Player thing did freeze again today. Hopefully it won't do that again. And yeah, that is... I think I do need to swap that out, or at least clean the contacts. I know I'm illiterate in German. As much as you want. Firestar Doppelganger. Okay, you're just gonna O&R me. Alright. Okay. Be like that. Right, 10 seconds, let's see. You never know my mood, only Firestar Doppelganger, okay. Very random. Okay, let's see. Pink fishy, please. One pink fishy to go. No, that's not the pink fishy, that's the fishy. But I want a pink fishy. And it should be level 27 apparently. I actually have a doppelganger experience from when I was a kid. Oh, interesting, what happened? I never actually met a person that looked very close to me. At least I know people like that exist, but I've never had a doppelganger experience. Right. Don't mind me, I'm just fishing. Alright. That's the text box that you want to see. I was playing Pokemon before, like just catch everything you see. and complete the Pokédex. Now I'm more into math behind it, same. And battle start in Colosseum today. Oh, I love Colosseum, it's wonderful. As I understand it, it's possible to move Pokemon between GBA and Colosseum. Yes, it is. Although I'm not sure how you do it when it's emulated, but there's a way. I'm assuming you're playing Colosseum emulated and not on an actual GameCube. Oh, and just as you requested, I'm still going through flea markets, and as of yet I've not found the iPod that you requested, unfortunately. Arch, what are you talking about? I know, right? Okay, Yana, going away, it's getting late, good night. Alright, Cry to Skywaker, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And hopefully I'll get to see you tomorrow, so have a good night. And sleep tight and don't let the bedbugs bite. My mic is kind of slipping around. Okay, now it should be good. Was in 2nd grade at recess. I was eating in the stands close to the gymnasium, and the door opens and this tall, blonde, blue-eyed guy comes out, walks in front of me, looks at me, he smiles and nods. Interesting. What is curious, he had the same birthmark I have under my nose. Okay, that is quite the coincidence. I think Dolphin can handle it. Thank you for remembering my request. It's not a goal, it's just a good bonus. I mean, hey, I'm a person that regularly goes to every single flea market she can. And there's many in my region, in Luxembourg, in Germany, in France, in Belgium. Definitely got the means, so that's why I always go through them. Firestar Doppelganger, Firestar Doppelganger, Firestar Doppelganger. Okay, Arch. Arch is Owen-R'ing us. Where's Owen-R when you need him? It's crazy, I know, legit, did I time travel? Well, you know, sometimes life is weird. That's just how it is. Pretty sure that, I mean, with the amount of people that we have, like over 8 billion at this point, there's definitely some person on the planet that looks almost the same as I do. Firestar. Starfire. That's what I know. And very good, that's a goldfish, but I'm not here for the goldfish. There's no Firestar. Well, stars are not made out of fire, so there's that. So let's try again. Firestarter remind me Prodigy. Yeah, I don't doubt there's people that look like us, they could share similar genetic makeup. Or, I mean, honestly, I think people just look more like each other than we think we do. I keep hearing white people telling me all Asians look the same or all black people look the same, but to me, I mean, a lot of white people look the same as well, and pretty sure that you can actually look very much alike without actually being related in some degree. You know, with me you just need a person, a woman with long blonde hair and blue eyes and kind of same body type and facial structure as me, I guess, which you can definitely get in Europe. There's a lot of blondes running around in Europe, so pretty sure that eventually I would find someone. Also, my Fire Red walkthrough is also Firestar. Firestar doppelganger. Arch, are you okay? Yeah, also the Charizard you requested, I need to get the shiny, or at least egg RNG manipulation down. Then I can definitely do that. A nest ton of Mongolians descend from Genghis Khan. Yeah, not just like Genghis Khan spread his seed around quite proficiently, and not in a nice way, of course, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm also maybe a far, like, removed ancestor of him. Although, I mean, I did do an RNG test, a DNA test, and it looks like I'm 100% at least up to 8 generations, which is the farthest you can test when it comes to DNA, usually. But yeah, it looks like I'm 100% European. Like, I don't even have any Asian ancestors or African. Of course I do if you eventually go back, because we, as Homo sapiens, we all come from Africa, but yeah, I still wouldn't be surprised. Currently covered in chocolate and vanilla. I'm melting the chocolate. No, now I really want a good eclair. Gosh darn it, Ahmed. You get me every time with that. Alright, let's see. Oh, fish. Shiny fish. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm not even... Oh, God, I'm stupid. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not even fishing. I'm just doing that mindlessly, not even thinking what I'm doing, because it's been so ingrained into my neurons, jeez. Guys, give me your thoughts. I'm thinking, what if I add my blood to the mix? Would it come out good? No. No. At least maybe for you, because you're a vampire, but bleh. No, don't do that. I don't know my ancestry, but definitely European. Yeah, I would assume. 3% Norwegian after all, which I didn't know. Well, it does make sense. Like, would explain the blondes in my family as well. And the redheads, but that is more from the British side. Like, I'm 15% British. But to be fair, the Brits were everywhere back then, and they basically colonized the whole world. So I'm not surprised that almost everyone basically is, to some degree, a Brit. Holy, oh, shiny fish is the... Yeah, I know. What's wrong with me? There's definitely British blood in me. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. I mean, I was surprised. 15%, it's quite a lot, and I wasn't aware of any Brits in my family. And I'm also a part Scottish and from Wales. So I definitely found out about some things that I didn't know before. But the Northern Italian part, that is not surprising. Funny enough, I'm more Italian than my dad is, because turns out my Luxembourgish mom has a tiny itsy bitsy little Northern Italian ancestry herself. Which I didn't know, I wasn't aware of that. And I don't enjoy toast and beans. Welcome to the stream, whoever. How are you doing? Do you know that Jesse from Team Rocket dies in the anime? Wait, what? He dies? No. Or she dies? I would not be aware of that. You want to take the ancestry test one day? It's definitely worth it. I'm also actually thinking about if I should do other tests as well. Just to have the maximum accuracy. And I do actually want to meet some relatives. Maybe I find some nice people through that. Who knows? I already know my ancestors, or at least my relatives in America. I found them. Also in Canada, and one in Australia. In Queensland. Didn't even know I had a family down under. Really far removed, but still. Uncle 6th grade or an aunt of the 6th grade, something like that. Ah, the voice actor died. Oh no. Oh yeah, true. Isn't the same one for Jigglypuff as well? Didn't she die from breast cancer, which is really unfortunate. Okay, that's not a shiny fish. So let's try again. Oh, looks like that will be one of the last resets for today. Already almost midnight where I am. Yeah, I mean, that is quite sad, you know. Usually breast cancer is the kind of cancer that has very high survival rates. Essentially the highest, but of course this is America we're talking about, and I've heard that she had to do a GoFundMe, which is absolutely insane. Like, we in Europe, or at least in Luxembourg, we're so good at, oh. Alright. Fishy didn't want to stay, or I misclicked. Hit A too late. Okay. But yeah, it's really a shame. I mean, we practically don't have any people dying from breast cancer here. Because it just gets caught very early. Like, super early. I hope I have Germanic and Nordic blonde. Why do you hope that? I mean, with you being blonde, that's pretty... The odds are high. But why do you hope? Like, does that... Doesn't make you better if you're a Nordic person. Brown-skinned Latinos have said I look Spanish. I mean, I do know some Spaniards who are, blonde. Oh, you're back, Trainer Scyther? I'm so sorry, I was waiting and I forgot I was watching this. I slept for 2 hours. Hey, all good, but unfortunately, Yeah, I think this is probably gonna be the last reset for today. Usually do this until midnight. But again, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, so... I saw your message earlier. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes a while for OBS to connect with YouTube. I don't even know why it takes so long. But it just does. It kind of came out wrong, definitely. You know? No, I get what you mean, though. It would be interesting for you. I'm also surprised that there's some Balkan in me. At least not really. If you look at the migration route, definitely got some ancestors that went to northern Italy, of course. That does make sense. But like 3%. That I didn't know. And now I do know. But yeah, mostly Northern Italian and Luxembourgish. Which, no surprise. My parents weren't lying. And no one had an affair with anyone else then. Alright, let's see. Is the fishy gonna be pinky? No. Well, that's a shame. Let's quickly... What part of the Balkans? Like, Bulgaria? Basically all the part that's very close to the Italian border. Those nations. Right, so today has been a pretty good haul. I mean, there's been worse, there's been better, but I did manage to get the shiny Snubbull, as you can see, so that is really nice. And I got 2 accidental shiny Mareeps as well, so hey, why not? And as always, thank you so much for being part of the stream. I'm gonna do area 4 tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get the shiny Heracross because it's been way too long. Something's with your microphone noise when you don't talk. Yeah, I know, but I can't... Like, I don't know why that noise cannot be cancelled. Something like an auto gain. Because when you talk, it's okay. Yeah, it does have some kind of auto gain. Sometimes I still have to check some things. But yeah, as I said before, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. And until then, have a good one. Goodbye and good night.